good day and welcome to Tony's Cool Tools. Today we're going to be talking about some suggestions you viewers have given me. And that is about piles like this or other debris and picking it up and how much time I spend on it. A number of you had suggested I should look into a material bucket, that my bucket on my Coyote was a bit small for the type of work I was doing. So I took your advice. On today's video, we're going to be reviewing one of Tomahawk's material buckets. And I think you'll find it interesting. So you're probably wondering, why would I invest in a material bucket? And the answer is very similar to buying a commercial log splitter, and that is gaining time back. And I think I'll show you by the end of this video that a material bucket will definitely save me time. Now let's be honest. A material bucket was made for skid steers, not for compact tractors. So my goal was to try to find the lightest material bucket on the market. And it's no different than finding pallet forks. You want the lightest pallet fork that has the maximum capacity of your tractor. Mine happens to be right around at 2,000 pounds. What I found was most manufacturers' material buckets were probably 500 pounds or more, which took a lot away from my lifting capacity. And that's why I chose the Tomahawk brand, because theirs came in at 395 pounds. So when I purchased my CK4010 Coyote tractor, I had two options on bucket sizes, 60 or 66 inch. And the reason I chose the 66 was I wanted to get the maximum width. At that time, my trailer was 72 inches, so I didn't have much room to play with, and I couldn't really go bigger. If I wanted to get a 72-inch bucket, I would have had to pay extra, but then again, it wouldn't have fit on my trailer. I've since upgraded trailer, so I could go for a wider one. So to give you an idea, I weighed the 66-inch bucket, and it came in at 354.2. Let me show you. So my new 78-inch Tomahawk material bucket weighs in at 395 pounds. So there's only 41 pounds difference between the Coyote 66-inch standard bucket and the Tomahawk 78-inch material bucket. That's not that much, but you get a lot more that you can pick up with the Tomahawk bucket. To give you some perspective, here's the Coyote 66-inch loader bucket compared to the Tomahawk 78-inch material bucket. Huge difference. So here's a little bit more dramatic way of looking at it. The 66-inch bucket sitting inside the 78-inch deep material bucket. As you can see, it can definitely hold a lot more. Let me give you another visual. This is my Polar 1200 trailer, and I would use it to stack the wood that you see behind me. And without the grates that you see, that's an option, but without the grates, it's rated at 15 cubic feet. Once I put the grates on it, I could probably get between 18 and 20 cubic feet. The Tomahawk material bucket here is rated at 1 cubic yard, or if you break that down, 27 cubic feet. So as you can see, huge difference. And naturally, the other advantage is I can dump this, whereas with this one, it dumps, but that's as far as it goes, as you can see here. So it just spills off into the front of it, and I still have to pick it up. Whereas this one, I could position it comfortably and unload on the stack there very conveniently. Almost as good as putting your dump trailer right there and unloading it from the dump trailer. So let me give you some specs on this material bucket. As we mentioned, it weighs 395 pounds. The measurements on it are 78 inches wide, 27.5 inches tall, and 36 inches deep. And it does have a 6-inch cutting edge right here, a welded 6-inch cutting wedge. It is rounded or rolled in the back, so as I mentioned previously, it's easy for clean out. And the Tomahawk buckets are all hand welded. And they also come with the standard skid steer step-in right over here, which for the tractor it really doesn't matter. And it uses the common skid steer quick attach, so it's easy to mount onto your tractor or skid steer. Now the bucket is rated for 1 cubic yard of light material, whether that's snow, mulch, firewood, or manure. And you can also think out of the box and fill this up with cube ice, and this will be your cooler for your next party. Now, many people go ahead and name their boats, motorcycles, or their splitters. Well, I decided to name this the Black Hole. And the reason is I keep filling it and it never fills up. Now, just a little bit about the company. The Tomahawk brand is made by DH Machine in Napanee, Indiana. And yes, they are a US-based company. And the company is primarily owned by the Amish. D&H has been in business for over 25 years, and the Tomahawk brand of attachments was introduced about 10 years ago. When ordering my material bucket, I spoke with the sales department at D&H Machine, and they were nice enough to give me some information on the company. I asked, what is D&H best known for? And I was waiting for an answer like grapples or rock buckets or material buckets. However, they came back with D&H is best known for quality and service. I was pretty impressed with that answer. The other thing that sets them apart is their manufacturing process. Let me give you an example. The attachments are powder coated, not wet paint finished. And get this, it's all done in-house. Yep, they do their own powder coating so they can control their quality. And another feature of the Tomahawk material bucket is they use high tensile steel for strength. So it's more durable and will last a long time. And in full transparency, I'm not being paid by D&H Machine, nor are they sponsoring this video. I'm just showing a quality product that really solves a problem that I had. And D&H makes a wide variety of attachments for tractors and skid steers, so I would check them out. Time for a road trip. So since we're traveling and I've got to go more than 35 miles an hour, I got to take my canopy off. But this is how convenient the Artillion canopy is. And that's it. Well, we're going to do a real-world test now. This is the tree that we took down 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a 60-foot maple tree. So we're going to load it up and see how well it does. See if I made a mistake and this is too much for this tractor, or if it's going to save me a whole bunch of time with less trips. Watch this. All right, we're almost got a full load here. Get a couple more pieces in. And I think we're ready to go. So this is our third load here. My major concern was whether this tractor could lift this up and dump it inside the dump trailer with the high sides. And as you see, no problem whatsoever. So let's take it up and dump it in. Well, I probably need a little bit more ballast. This is about 450 pounds here, but so far it's working pretty good, so I'm not saying anything. I don't want to jinx myself. As good as she gets. So we got 5 loads in. It would have taken double or more with the small bucket that I had, the 66-incher on the Coyote. Now we probably still have some room for small stuff, but I figure why push it right now when I got to come back anyways. So this load is ready. I probably got close to, I'm going to guesstimate a full cord or just a little bit more, a cord and maybe 5 face cords. Okay, here's where the material bucket really shines. We have a little bit under a full yard of mulch that we have. This is the tree clippings that we did. We chipped it all up, and now we're going to put it in a mulch pile here and let it season for a year. It'll break down and it'll be awesome for the garden. So let's dump it right now. And now you see the benefit of the rolled back. None of the material sticks inside there, just slides right out. So after cutting and bucking logs, you have plenty of debris to clean up, and that's where the material bucket's gonna shine. I will only have to make 1 trip instead of multiple trips on my small loader bucket on the Coyote. That's gonna save me a tremendous amount of time. Let me show you. So typically after cutting and bucking your logs, you have a huge mess like you see here. Now I have all my tools necessary for cleanup on my big tool rack, so I don't have to go anywhere. I have everything right here. But where the material bucket's gonna come in handy is I will probably only need to use it 1 time or fill it up 1 time. Whereas if I didn't have it, I'd have probably 3 to 4 trips with the bucket that I have currently. So that's where I'm going to save a heck of a lot of time. Let me show you. Well, I was right. 1 load. That's all it took to clean this whole mess up here. Now, naturally, I still have some cookies and some blocks that I found underneath. But other than that, I've got it cleaned up, ready to go with 1 load, and I'll just dump it. Here we go. Well, I hope you found this video on the Tomahawk material bucket informative and that I've shown you how much time it could save you. I will have the information, the contact information on the DH Machine Company in the info section below. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up as well. And remember, pass it forward. Make the world a better place. Don't be a tool. Watch Tony's Cool Tools. Until I see you next time, have a great one.